Hi everybody. I just wanted to go over some of the things with when you're looking at the Bible timeline. It's good to know the land that we're talking about. So I just made this little map up, and what it does is show, before I was talking to you about a Fertile Crescent, this area up here. So you're starting from the Persian Gulf from this side, coming up the Tigris and Euphrates River, and then arcing back down into, Phoenicia, Syria. And whenever we're talking about Syria, I would get a little bit confused because there's Assyria and Syria. Assyria, with Damascus as the capital, is in here, where Assyria was a great big world empire that took over a greater part. So then it's coming down here along Israel and then over here to Egypt. If you think of this land, this Fertile Crescent, about this greenery that people were able to travel on, it's just kind of neat to me how God made this land this way. Basically, because God's trying to get across himself to us. And so he's taken a person, Abraham. I think his family started down here and moved up to here. And then he was called to come down into this land, and then he ended up going over to Egypt and back in there. So from him, now this person was just a person out of the world, one person, one family. Well, basically one person to make one family, to where the Christ, the Messiah, was to come. And that's what we're talking about when we're talking about Abraham. He wasn't Jewish. He was just a man called out of the world. But from him, 12 sons came, and then the one that was sold off by his brothers into Egypt. But God used that so he could save the family, and that through that family, the Messiah would come, this kingdom that would be an everlasting kingdom. That, Israel's down here, but remember, when Babylon took over Judah, that they were taken back up in here. And from there, let's see, what do we have? Well, Daniel, you remember Daniel and the visions that he had. Daniel was under the Babylonian kings and then the Persian kings. And they both liked Daniel. God made him 10 times wiser than anyone else. So if you want to learn a lot about the Bible, Daniel is a great book. I'll be going over some of that later. The Persian Gulf, the Tigris and the Euphrates River, and then Haran. You'll see those things in the Bible. And down there, Israel and Jerusalem right here by the Dead Sea. And up here, Galilee. But it's just neat. You'll see over here from Egypt and Goshen, Moses took them over the Red Sea and then down around to Mount Sinai and up and through here. Moses didn't get to cross over, but Joshua did. Joshua, he reminded the people, look, God has done all these things for us. He's delivered us. He's given us this land. And he says, you got to make your choice today, whether you're going to follow God or you're going to follow something else. But he said, as for me and my family, we will serve God. So I just want to bless you with that, knowing a little bit more some of the lands of the Bible. It was a real help to me. There's a lot of things going on. So God bless you and your family, and just keep following God and doing good.